Okay, there Anne Marie is chatting on the phone or whatever she's doing there. And we got Rocket Rob. I don't know what he's doing, because I can't tell. He's just smoking a cigarette. Okay, here's what we're talking about. We're talking about drugs, how not to do drugs, and how heroin is so bad in this world. Some areas it's worse than others. How this and that, how there's bad drugs out there, how there's drugs out there that'll help people out, and how the doctors screw people over. And we're gonna let them talk about that. So Rocket Rob, what do you have to say about the drug world? Anything to start it?
Well, it's a very deceptive world.
Yeah, you can take that in a couple ways.
Know about it exactly?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What I want to know is why heroin is so bad and why people are doing it so much.
Well, I think a lot of it's to do with the opioid attack on society.
Okay.
People needing pain meds and not being able to get their meds.
Yep.
And then they get hooked on it, and
yep.
The rest is history. They just
and what I think really sucks is the doctors won't give them the meds they do need, so it forces them to go out there and use illegally, and then they get busted for doing the drugs illegally when their intention was to do them legal in the first place, and they never really got that chance because the doctors thought they were just trying to use it and abuse it, and that's not what they were really wanting.
Well,
Would you agree with that?
Yes, it would come down to the DEA puts federal regulations, and the doctors are fined a large amount of money for prescribing these medicines to people who do need them. So the doctors now become scared to prescribe Americans their medicines, and then so now they're too afraid because they'll be fined too much money and lose their licenses, and now people can't get their medicine, so they're forced back to do illegal street drugs to curb their pain and that.
Yeah, they're going after the manufacturer of
Yeah.
opioid pills and pharmaceutical stuff. When
The manufacturer?
the doctors they might be producing them, but who's handing them out? And the deal is,
I think that that legal medicine from the doctor monitored is better than illegal medicine from the street.
Yeah, I think so too. But the thing about it is the doctors are scared to prescribe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're not scared.
Yes, they are.
They're not scared.
Why do you say that? Do you think they make? Do you think it's just because they make more money when the person has to get more treatment?
They're not going after the doctors.
Okay.
They're going after the manufacturers.
This is true too.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are they scared?
So I got another question for you guys. Rocket Rob, I'll ask you first. What drug do you think is worse, heroin or PCP?
I've never really involved myself with either one, but I would say, from the looks of, I don't know. I would say, I'd say heroin.
Yeah, I would say heroin, but barely. I think PCP is almost as bad.
Why? What do you know about PCP?
It makes people jump off buildings because they think they can fly.
At one time, they only do it once,
That's plaque.
Usually, yeah.
You're talking about plaque.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about marijuana?
It's legal, isn't
It's legal.
it? I think it's, I don't know. I think it's caught between the remote and the TV and the refrigerator.
Do you think it's a gateway drug?
Yes.
Coffee's a gateway drug.
It's true. I never thought of that, but that is true. Coffee is a gateway drug. That's the first time I've ever heard that, but it's so true. It's so true.
Anything's a gateway drug. Depends on your state of mind.
Yeah, even Mountain Dew is a gateway drug.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Peer pressure, yeah.
Yep. So, let me think here. We're going to talk about thieves. Do you think people are more likely to steal stuff if they're on drugs, or do you think they just get desperate, or do you think there's a little bit of both?
I don't think you have to be on drugs to steal anything.
That's true. That's true. But do you think people steal? Do you think people steal to get high because they need to sell that thing to get the money they need for the thing they need?
Well, if it's not bolted down, anybody could get it.
That is true.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Stealing's illegal, so are drugs. They go together, but I think it's an overemphasis on drug addicts stealing. I think
Yeah.
people don't think there's as many drug addicts stealing
Yeah.
as they think.
Yeah. Do you think if a person thinks that just because a person owns a pit bull that they're doing drugs, do you think they're stereotyped?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Stereotyping, I think that there's a lot more thievery going on. Why, like with the upper class or the social ratio of people that people overlook because they think, oh, they're not really stealing, and they are. They're stealing. They're doing all kinds of stealing.
Yeah. And when
identity
theft,
cars and thieving, getting whole truckloads of stuff and then liquidating it.
I want to know people that are stereotyping these people, how they know so much about it. You know?
Yeah.
I know, right?
You know? Who's feeding the war machine?
I know, right? But do you think the same thing goes with stealing? That people are stereotyped and think that just because somebody looks a certain way, the store people who run the stores, like the managers and stuff, do you think that they actually look at people and just assume they're going to steal something?
But wear a hoodie in there. Wear a hoodie in Walmart and see what you get.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, they do.
I know, right? They stereotype people, and that's not right.
There's some places you can't even wear a hoodie.
Yep.
They're so stereotyped over hoodies.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So I don't agree with that. I know that stealing stuff is wrong, but at the same time, not as many people are doing it as they think, and they're thinking everybody who looks like a certain way, like she has a hoodie on, they would think she's a thief. You know what I mean? Just because she's wearing a hoodie.
No, she's not.
I know it. Yeah.
No.
Yep. So
I saw that comment.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not a thief.
Yep.
No,
I know you're not.
I get thieved from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. That's pretty much a lot of it. Yeah. People get thieved from, and I just don't think that stuff is right. And then they try to go back and get their stuff, and then the person, they have another friend in on it, and the other person claims, they found it, and he wants money or she wants money,
So
$20, $100, please.
If it's rightfully yours and it got stolen from you, and then you go along and somebody sold that stolen item to somebody else, and now that's saying it's mine. But wait a minute, it's really originally mine. It got stolen from me, and I'd like to have it back. And what do you do then?
Take it back?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what we don't know. Do we just storm the gates and take our stuff back? I mean, that's not fair to the other buyer. But then you find out they're in cahoots with each other.
Yeah, usually that's the case. And then what happens sometimes, you go to like a hotel, the guy claims, oh, he's living there and everything, and then you give him something and you go back to get it back. It might be $1,000 cell phone or something. He's going to be there for a month. You show up 3 days later, and guess what? The guy's not even there, right?
Yeah.
And your phone's gone.
Yeah.
And he's like $700 richer because he sold it for $700 instead of $1,000 because it's an easy sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That burns you up.
Yeah, and it only cost him $50 or $80 for the room.
But they don't even know what it costs,
Yeah.
How do you guys know so much about this?
Because we're the ones buying the things getting them stolen from us.
Yeah, I've had bikes stolen from me. The thing about it is, when bikes are stolen, you can usually get a Dollar Tree lock. It'll usually be okay, not always, because most thieves just see that it's locked up and they want an easy target when it comes to bicycles. Yeah, I know that from Cody. He did that all the time. Cody McAllister. Yeah, I'm not even going to tell all the stories that he's done. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about gambling?
Next question.
Gambling?
Because gambling is a gray area.
Yeah. With gambling, reason
It's
you want to talk about it?
It's an addiction. Why isn't it considered a drug? I mean,
It is a drug. Anything that stimulates your mind's a drug.
Society's so caught up on addictions. Well, and they got a cure for everything. You know, one pill for everything. Why don't what's going on? It's an addiction. What are we doing about it?
Oh, they have Gamblers Anonymous. Yeah, they have that Gamblers Anonymous thing. All that is a way for both Oregon Lottery and them to make money, because you go down and play the machines. They advertise for you to stop gambling. They know that Gamblers Anonymous ain't going to work. Yeah.
That number of rehab?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't know. But what I'm saying is the people that work that Oregon Lottery on their machines, they have the number for that Gamblers Anonymous right on the machines. So the reason they do that is because they make advertising from that, and they advertise it for them, and nobody quits, because not most of them anyway, because for you to stop doing something, you have to want to stop more than you want to do it. Would you agree?
Yes, but there's something I want to say.
What?
For the opiate addicts, I would really like to see if people really cared, you know, that they allowed the government or the doctors and the society a lot easier way to quit that, because it's hard on people, and I would like to see them be able to just walk right in off the street to, per se, a doctor's office, not have to be a stereotype to go to a methadone clinic, but to a doctor's office and get prescribed the exact medicine that they need to get away from it. And it doesn't have to be Suboxone or
I get it. Yeah.
Subutex. It could be whatever medicine it needs for their back or their knee injury or whatnot. I would like to see that, because then it goes to monitorization, and it doesn't have that dirty stuff that kills people. There's a limit per pill. I really would like to see something like that, and it could change people's lives, you know. Just to make it a little bit more easier.
Well,
because I'm an ex one of those, and when I needed to, I had a cold turkey. But when I went to the place and asked for that, and they turned me away, and it would have been it is a lot easier if people can, you know, get a little bit better help. And the doctors need to give them their medicine. That is the real. I would prefer that. Then why did they make the medicine? Why did they invent it? And
who's saying what's legal and who isn't? Alcohol, for instance, has killed and maimed and broke up more families and innocent people than any narcotic out there. Video poker runs more families than drugs do.
Because of money?
Because, the end result is depletion. And
all of it.
So who's saying what's legal and what isn't? If you're going to make video poker legal, I think you should make it all legal. If alcohol's going to be legal, it should all be legal. I'm not justifying drugs.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, who's making the decisions here?
If we could,
I agree with that.
It's either it all is or it ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
In Europe, in the Norwegian nations, they have done that, and their economy is boosted, their crime is lower, and their environment is cleaner.
It's about legislation.
Yeah, that's because nobody's trying to do any crimes because they got what they need.
It's just about legislation.
Would you agree?
I would agree. Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree. So then it's not about cops and robbers anymore.
Yeah.
The cops are the robbers.
Yep. There are a lot of good cops out there, but there are a lot of bad. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the same thing.
I would say most of them are good.
You can't attack that, because that's the truth.
Yeah, I would say most of them are good, but a lot of them try to overstep their powers. Anybody could do that, though.
We have to have order.
Every day.
Yeah.
We have to have order.
Even Satan tried that.
I have to be, people have
He tried to
order.
Yeah, he tried that. Do what?
I think people need order.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Rocket Rob, for interrupting you.
You didn't.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Do you have any more questions?
I do not have any more questions.
Well, that's this wraps up the first part.
Okay, this wraps adjourned.